The hive hummed around the clock. Metal, sirens, and the impact of containers against concrete merged into one endless noise. This place did not know how to be silent. The air smelled of salt and burning. Everything here rusted faster than it aged. For the rats and the seagulls, the hive was convenient. For everyone else, it was a cage. The rats controlled what came in from beyond the wall. The seagulls controlled what went out through the port. Their rivalry never stopped. Night fights, swift executions, blood on wet asphalt. By morning, rain or tide washed the traces away, and that meant the order had not been broken. In the hive, violence was not considered a crime. It was part of the ecosystem. Most people here did not live, they survived. From shift to shift, from ration to ration. They held on to a single thought. One day, they would be allowed to leave beyond the wall. The hive was divided into two halves. On one side lay the dump, mountains of scrap metal, car husks, smoldering trash, and narrow paths known only to locals. This was where the rats were born. The dump was their home and their gateway. Beyond it ran old tunnels. Some of them led to the wall. On the other side stood the port. Cranes, containers, salt, and fuel. Work by day, deals by night. This was seagull territory. The port fed the hive, and that gave the seagulls power. Between them lay the piglet, the administration, the union's screen. It never turned off. The union takes care of you. Those who had lived here long enough knew real laws were written elsewhere. The leader of the rats was called Gvost. He never raised his voice. If someone caught his attention, Gvost simply lifted his hand and slowly curled his index finger, beckoning them closer. In the hive, everyone knew the rule. If Gvost smiles at you, it's already too late. The leader of the seagulls was named Joni, but everyone called him the pilot. He dressed too cleanly for a place like this. A cigar was almost always in his hand. He lit it rarely, only when a decision had already been made. If the pilot's cigar was burning, someone was about to lose money or disappear. He didn't like unnecessary blood. He liked roots and backup routes. When tension grew too strong, they didn't start wars. They negotiated. Tomorrow, on the field, 7 on 7. 1 minute of fighting, then a count, and another minute if necessary. The next evening, the field filled with people. A whistle. Mud, blows, heavy breathing. Some fell immediately. Some held on. When it was over, counting was easy. 3 still standing for the rats, 4 for the seagulls. The port took the win again. Among those still standing was Gus. His 3rd time on the field. His 3rd time against the seagulls. He didn't choose opponents. He took whoever stood in front of him. A blow to the body, a blow to the face. The ground slid under his feet. Gus didn't fall. He fought simply. The rats lost. The seagulls took what was theirs. Gus stayed on his feet. He didn't look at Vost. He didn't look at the pilot, because he wasn't fighting for them. He was fighting to survive. The pilot left first. Gvost lingered, watching the field. By morning, the Hive was already moving on. It didn't change. It just kept grinding down those who failed to become hard enough.